And what it do, players and trainers? It's your boy, the one, the only, beloved Blazin Squid. So I'm gonna do a little team builder for Brendan, the Salt Lake City Swamperts. I'm only doing it because Brendan usually does his, so it's only right that I put up one since he's gonna be putting up one as well. But Brendan has called us out, and I want to apologize because I am doing the team builder after the battle. But that's why I actually have all the correct mods on the field. And I want to apologize beforehand because I butchered the audio in that. Like Steven butchered his audio, I butchered mine in the sense that I forgot to. I usually have the music lower. I had it perfect beforehand to where you can hear me clear enough and the music wouldn't overpower my voice, but it was a bit higher, and there's going to be moments in battle where you're not going to be able to hear me. Like 50% or no, 60% of the battle, you can't hear me because the music's louder than me. So maybe for some of you it's like, oh cool, I can't hear Squid talk, I can just enjoy the video. And then you can't hear my thought process. But with that said, let's look at these teams. So after my upset last week against Jesse, I knew I had to take a different route. I know I had to take a different route against Brendan. Two different battlers completely, two different play styles. But I noticed how much I rely on speed. I rely on it too much, to the fact where if I don't have speed, I feel useless. And as long as I have a way to counter faster mons than mine, I'll feel safe. Like I don't have to bring super fast mons. Like I don't have to bring Mega Absol every week. I don't have to bring Scarfer every week. Like I need to learn how to not really rely on all that. So with that said, I said like last week, if I had brought Sticky Webs, I would have had a way better chance in winning that match because Gardevoir would have brought down to like 80%, and there it would have brought it down to his regular speed tier, where all my mons were faster and I could have just got huge damage off. Especially same with the Xerxes. Garchomp could have came in and started like earthquaking things, sending things to, I don't know, to next week when not. But I didn't, so that was hindsight's 2020, like Arthur always says. So that's something I should have really considered, and I considered for this match. I said, you know what, like he has some pretty fast mods, and maybe two things. If I give off the impression of Sticky Webs, it would force him to defog in one sense, and if he has no defogger, then we're good because Primarina, who's holding choice specs, gets huge damage off. Huge damage on everything. Like if Crook is in Scarf, that's a goodbye. Salamence can't really touch me, so goodbye. Florges, come on dude. I'm gonna speed you, goodbye. After like two of them though, because you know the bulk on Florges is for real. Infernape doesn't want to take one really, but he could hit me like if I calc wrong. Or if he's running Scarfer, he still has speed regardless because it's the base speed. Aggron really, he does not gonna appreciate Specs Hydro Pump. Alright, so I knew from off the battle, off the start, before this match, I kind of based Brendan's team off Mega Absol. Alright, so Mega Absol, looking at his team, he has Salamence, he has Infernape, he has Jolteon, he has Crocodile, he has Mismagius, the Scizor, the Mega Aggron, the Florges, the Roserade, Slowbro, and the Kumalo. Out of all those mons, who walls or destroys my Mega Absol? Salamence. So I saw Salamence coming. Infernape. Saw Infernape coming. Jolteon is okay. Crook is a great check, especially if it's Scarf and it gets a nice Intimidate. So Scarf, Superpower, it's amazing. Mismagius, no. Mismagius does not want to be taking a knockoff. Even if it's holding Cobra Berry, I think we do huge damage. So we can eliminate as mismages being one of the potential mons he brings. Scyther against Absol, it's good. It's good, but I have so many other threats that I'm not sure if I can bring it. Like if I bring Ferrothorn, what can it really do? It has an aerial ace, which is stab, technician. Still, like the bulk on Ferrothorn is real. Then we have Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron walls, so that's another bring. Gorgeous walls, that's another bring. So that's already we've narrowed it down to 5 mons. These 5 mons are for sure coming, just basing it off Mega Absol. Because Mega Absol right now is my kill leader. So Brennan knows how much of a threat this thing is, and if it gets free knockoffs, come on, dude. So I knew Florges, Salamence, Crook, Infernape, and Mega Aggron were coming. So I can base it off that. The 6 mon, I kept throwing it up and down. Up in the air. I really thought it was slow. I saw Slowbro as a kind of, it's a pretty good check. It's not a bad check whatsoever, especially since my only Electric type would be a thing, and it's good bulky side. But at the same time, bringing an Aggron, you really need Slowbro. But I really did think Slowbro was gonna be a 6 mon. Roserade is, he hasn't used it successfully so far. He used it, he brought it 1 match and he lost with it still. Like, he wasn't able to use it to its full extent. Plus the fact that we have Moltres, like let's go variety. We have the Garchomp, the Ferrothorn, the Primarina, the Heracross, the Diancie, the Pyroid, the Mega Absol, the Mew, the Moltres, Galvantula, and the Dodrill. Like, if I got Moltres in for free, Roserade can't really do much. Really can't. The mismages, we mentioned it, like the Mega Absol, wrecks it. And let me see if I can actually put up my spread here for you guys. I can put up the spread. Hold up with me for a second. We are 8 minutes in, and I would like to add a window capture. Alright, so I'm pretty sure you guys see all the tabs there, whatnot. Alright, so what are we bringing from our side on the match? We're bringing some really nice juicy mons, which I should be able to. Does that affect it at all? I don't know if you guys can see it better. I'm just extending it. Well, actually, we went over Brennan's team pretty much. I really didn't see Kamala coming, and Kamala came, which is pretty crazy. So, but yeah, if anything, I have to just. Alright, so let's kind of go over my team here. Whoopsie daisy. I'm already butchering this video. Alright, so Mew, we're running Timid. We're running Timid 196. 196 allows me to outspeed the Crook. And we have the or holding leftovers, we have Transform, Defog, Roost, and Scald. I knew that if I could lead off with Thing and kind of just force him to go for knockoff to just see if this Crook is Scarf. I thought Crook would be Scarf because a Scarf Crook takes out my... Actually, I didn't need my team. I can bring his team. Alright, so Scarf Crooks well, it doesn't destroy, but it does a lot of damage to my Mew. So I knew if I could potentially just predict him to go Miko for a Psychic, either just go for a Scald or transform, let the Crook come in, he's gonna get the Intimidate off, I'm gonna transform, so I'm gonna get my non-Intimidate. I mean, I would become back to neutral because I'm gonna copy his stats, and then I will copy his Intimidate and flash it right back at him, so making him -1, and then we have the good chance of where we scout what moves he has, and we'll risk the speed tie, but more likely than not, he's either gonna switch out, and if we can read that and get that nice prediction off, we get a nice leftovers Crook in front of a -1 Crook. I'll take that for days, any days. And Crook against his team is pretty good. Like, not much would appreciate anything like Earthquake, or if he has a Stealth Rocks, we can summon up some nice Stealth Rocks, since I'm not bringing any Stealth Rocks on anyone this week. But yeah, 252 HP, and then we'll just put the 60 into a special defense because we need a special wall up in this battle, in case of like we saw the floor just coming. But we knew we had more physical attackers, but we had a physical wall, and that's our Ferrothorn, which is our next mon here. But yeah, and I decided the fourth move I couldn't decide. I had U-turn, I had Sidekick, and eventually I opted for Scald because Scaldbird is nice. Like, even if the Mega Aggron comes in on a Sidekick or a Side Shot, he risks the potential Scald Burn, which would cripple the Aggron, and nobody likes a cripple Aggron. Scald does 50% at least to the Inferni. Scald does 50% to the Crook. And just Scald Burns were nice, like, just overall. So next up is Ferrothorn, holding the Rocky Helmet because we knew physical attackers were coming, and we need, like, in case, like, let's say Inferni wants to go for a Flare Blitz. That's a lot of recoil damage. You're taking Iron Barbs plus Rocky Helmet. We're talking about already being at 50% after one Flare Blitz. Is it really worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth it. Just a standard set of 232 into defense, and just some nice investments into a special defense, in case we need to lift some like flamethrowers or hidden power fires, those things are real for Ferrothorn. And we're holding the Leech Seed, the Spikes, the Thunder Wave, and Gyro Ball. It's kind of awkward because Thunder Wave and Gyro Ball really nerf my Gyro Ball, but as mentioned, if I can make a read, like a Gyro Ball to Inferni isn't the best, but if we T-Wave Inferni, we're talking about a whole new game plan. Like that cripples Inferni big time, and Inferni does us a big number to this team if he can set it up right. So we need to make those reads and get those Thunder Waves off on those predictions. And then we have Spikes. We're carrying Spikes more over the fact that Stealth Rocks is resisted by Mega Aggro. So Mega Aggro comes in and it's only going to take, I think, like 6% whatnot. When if we get 3 layers of Spikes, every time it comes in, it's taking 25%. Like, that's really good. Or like, I think it's 12% just with 1 layer. Like, come on. Or it's about 10%, 10 to 12%, something around there. But it's really good, and once again, I wasn't sure if he was going to bring any defoggers in the sense of the match. So I was hoping he wouldn't, and we get some nice spikes off. Like we set up in front of Mega Aggron. Mega Aggron, we get Leech Seeds off for free. We get spikes off for free. We can Thunder Wave it just to cripple it even more. And it's great, even though Gyro Ball is not going to do anything, but he can't do it. He can't Heavy Slam us because he's going to be taking the Iron Barbs plus the Heavy Slam, plus the Rocky Helmet damage. Next up is another counter for Mega Aggron, and it's the Flame Body Moltres, Phoenix. So Phoenix, we're running Bolt. We need as much defense as we can. Just really knew Mega Aggron was gonna be a problem for me. Like, I knew Mew can't touch it, Ferrothorn can't touch it, Diancie does horrendous against it, especially since it gets filtered. Like, if my Diancie's in against it, even the Earth Power does nothing. So we need another check for the Mega Aggron, and that's Moltres Phoenix on the Flame Body. And we can make a prediction of the Heavy Slam, get it in, the nice bold, make a read, oh, he's gonna go for a Flamethrower, that's gonna hurt. Bam, we U-turn, we get out of there. We have Roost. We have Roost in the fact that we can scout, like, if Infernape comes in. I don't think Infernape gets rock moves. Actually, it gets rock slide. Now that I think about it, I did not think about it before the match, but I was like, it doesn't get rock slide. We're fine. If it has rock tune, actually, no, it's like, but whatever. We can Roost. We'll potentially live because of our nice, our bulk. I didn't run like how much I would be taking, but it's really good. Like, I'm pretty sure a bold Moltres it's unexpected too. Like, you would think like, oh, he has 125 special attack. It's gonna be hard hitting Moltres or whatnot. It's not like that really. And we have Toxic in case like we can make a read and like, oh, he's gonna go for Flamethrower. Let me switch into Salamence. Boom, get a nice Toxic off and put it on a timer. But that's the thought about behind that. Next up is what we're hoping as a late game sweep. Late game sweeper as in, okay, the Crook is Scarf, and he's already run through my whole team. If it's Moxie, we can let him get to +1 before we get send in the Diancie and let the Sugar Berry. We have to kind of time out the staller, the time, because we can't let him know right away that we get it, regardless if he does find out, like, oh, bam, bam, bam. We go for a Trick Room, we got a nice Trick Room off, we start firing off Moonblast and Earth Power, so all that good shenanigans, Psychic. So Trick Room, Psychic, Earth Power, and Moonblast. Holding that 0 IVs, I messed up, it was supposed to be quiet and I made it modest, which is ridiculous, but we did put the 0 IVs, so the good thing is that, in the sense that, even with Sticky Webs, my dance is super slow. Sticky Webs up, I'm still slower, I get the Trick Room off, bam, I'm in good shape, and I can get some nice huge hits off. We saw what Diancie did against Antony with the Sticky Webs up. Like, if you look at that match, you're gonna think, oh, he's running the Life Orb, Sticky Webs, Diancie with Timid again. No, I'm running Trick Room this time around. Moonblast, Okos, Salamence, Earth Power Okos, like the Jolteon, basically. Moonblast, Okos, Crook. Psychic does a lot to the Roserade. Like, it's potentially really for the Crook, the Infernape, the Salamence, 3 of the mods that we see coming. If we can make a read, since Aggron is a Steel Rock type, make a read, go for an Earth Power. Aggron, you ain't not gonna appreciate that. You're not gonna appreciate that. I can tell you that now. So if we can just make some good reads, we're good. But I really like the Sugar Play. Like, if we bring it down to just Infernape, Salamence, and Crook, I know Crook, hindsight 2020. What do you click? The super effective Earthquake, because it's gonna kill. But we have the Sugar Berry. We have the Sugar Berry, and we are gonna be alright as long as he doesn't go any crits. I'm gonna cry. That's all I can say. But with that said, let's jump on to the next mod, which is going to be the Galvantula, and Galvantula holding Expert Belt. I love Swarm. I know that the typical Galvantula set is the Compound Ice, just so you can get nice Stab Thunder, blah blah blah. But no, Swarm, 50% boost, Bug Buzz? Once you're like at 30% range, come on, that's another stinking Blaze. That's another Torrent. That's another, what's the grass? Overgrowth? Overgrowth. That's another nice stab. And we are running the Timid, just so we outspeed the Crook, we outspeed Salamence, we outspeed like almost everything but the Jolteon, and we speed tie with the Infernape. So we gotta make plays there as well. The Sticky Webs, as mentioned. The Volt Switch for a nice initiative. Bug Buzz, in case I was thinking the Slowbro. Oh, yeah, I got Slowbros here. Slowbro, what are you gonna do against me? You're gonna Volt Switch. No, I'm gonna go for Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz does about like 50% to Jolteon. Maybe would have brought it in, which would have been huge. Roserade would have taken like a nice chunk as well, which resists. Crook, who resists, would have taken doesn't appreciate Bug Buzz, especially with the Expert Belt. I would have killed Jolteon, was mentioned. Oh, has a Voltazor. No, you're gonna take a Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz was, it's great. It's great in this match, this format. I don't know why I had the 4H IVs there. I did not. I took that off because if you had Stealth Rocks up, I need those 4 entries by that one point. It's weird with these like flying. Those that are weak to Stealth Rocks, like you always have to have it at an odd number, so when you get those entry hazards, you can still live on potentially 1 HP, which is pretty crazy. So you have to kind of invest your things right, and I invested in defense just for the sake of it and whatnot. And what I consider was going to be the star of this move was the Hydro Pump Moonblast called Sidekick, which last minute I changed to Aqua Jet Primarina. Okay, running calcs. Mega Aggron versus Primarina. Mega Aggron. If you're running no special defenseman, Specs Hydro Puffs takes you out. Just like that. Just like that takes him out. And I'm just like, whoa. How can I not bring this? Like, had I brought it last week against Jesse, we could have been doing the same damage. Just huge damage. Just like off turn 1. I ran the calcs afterwards. Like, Milk Tank versus Primarina, I would have destroyed it. Dog Specs. So hindsight's 2020. So yeah, Moonblast, 50% just to floor defense. Almost. Like it does 40 to 50, I don't know. It's close. Especially if he's not specially defensive, more defensive than specially defensive. Salamence, you're done. Infernape, you're done. Especially if you get up in the trickling, like we know these things are naturally faster, and we don't get the sticky webs up. You're done. Crook, you're done. Komala, I didn't expect it coming, but you'll see. Mega Aggron, we mentioned the Hydro Pump takes it out, and then I opted for this just the Aqua Jet because late game sometimes you just need priority. Sometimes priority are what make it or break it for you. And seeing that the Infernape is there, potentially this thing goes through my team, I knew I probably wouldn't need it just in case I need it at the end of the game. So I opted to go for that. 226 to just outspeed most mods really with the sticky webs. Outspeed like even the Crook. But yeah, Crook. Jolteon would have still been faster. What else he has there? The Scizor. Yeah, Scizor was his only defogger, which not really. Roserade was not going to be appreciating if I carried the Sidekick at the end of the game. Slowbro takes like 50% from just a Moonblast, which was ridiculous. So basically, that's the team I'm going in with. I opted not to bring the Garchomp. Garchomp I thought was nice at first, but then I kind of said Garchomp or Galvantula, and I said, you know, Galvantula is going to be more a better support. And I wanted to take a different route in this game as well, seeing that he had 2 Intimidators. And I said, how about I just bring all special attackers? Because looking at his special attacker side, like Salamence is more naturally bulky on the defensive side, I believe. So is Infernape. Though Infernape is as crippled on both sides. Florges has a special attack, special defense already high enough that you're gonna invest more in defense. Komala, I did not see whatever coming. Aggron has pitiful special defense. That's why it steel typing helps it out so much. And then Crook also, because of the Intimidate, it helps out. So I said, basing off what Absol is a physical attacker, let me bring out special attackers and see how this works out. I need to get more into my my uncomfortable I gotta get out of my comfort zone. I really do gotta get out of my comfort zone and just start experimenting with stuff. So I didn't bring like many of my high tier stuff like Garchomp or Mega Absol. I opted more to stay within some of my Snore mods just to get used to that and get advantage of the Trick Room. As you can see there, like really I didn't bring my tier 1. I brought my tier 2, I brought my tier 3, I taught my tier 4. I brought Moltres, which is tier 4, Galvantula tier 3, and Mew tier 1. One tier 1 mod, while he had, I don't think he had that many tier. Brennan brought his Salamence tier 1, Jolteon tier 2, Crook tier 3, Mega Aggron, which is like gave him 3 points. So it's about the same time of tiers what we brought, and that's about it, guys. That's pretty much it. So the battle will be coming up in just in less than 24 hours, probably about 24 hours or whatnot. But I hope you guys enjoyed this team builder for our boy, the one and only Brennan, captain of the Salt Lake City Swamperts. Also, guys, Toronto Total Dollar shirts are now on special. Not on special, but on sale. So if you guys want one of those, link is gonna be down below. Check it out. There's other teams as well. Check them out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's your boy, the Blazin Squid. You guys are amazing. Stay blazing. Squid out. Time to go listen to NF.